Sunkinson. I'm the seventh grandmother back from Mother Bear. People that know about our culture know that that's an important connection because each generation is to provide for the seventh generation ahead. And being spirits, we can come into any of our descendants as long as they honor us, and Mother Bear honors me, so I'm more than willing to help her out anytime. And it's not because she has a weak mind like some of her cousins will tell you. And a lot of your ancestors are willing to come in and help you if you invite them in, and as long as you honor them. The last time I was here, I spoke to the people without color and informed them that it was time for them to assimilate. I want you to keep working on that. It's going to be good for everybody. But today I'm here to talk to my own people. I'm here to tell you it's time to decolonize your mind. You've taken up too many of the other people's ways, and it's thrown you off track. First, let me tell you, every day is Thanksgiving Day. Starting with, I woke up this morning, thank you. The whole purpose of life is to be in a constant state of thanksgiving. I know that a lot of our young people are confused and angry and discouraged. And we feel for you, we hurt for you. A lot of that has to do with the situation in the world today, but you're also being doubly taxed by the what they call intergenerational trauma. Trauma that happened to your ancestors is passed in the DNA, and you feel it too. A lot of you are turning to drugs and alcohol to try to block this out. It doesn't work. Did you know that Native people are born without an enzyme in their brain that processes alcohol, so we get drunk faster, we stay drunk longer, and it makes us really, really crazy? The Creator did not mean for us to have alcohol. When you get drunk, your spirit is off balance for 4 days. And the drugs, that's a government program to keep you enslaved. We're trying very hard to bring you back into the circle because when we lose so many of you, it really hurts. Some of you are crossing yourselves over, and it's the worst pain we can feel. We're going to love you back into the circle, and you'll be happier, and you'll understand that that was not the way to be. A lot of you also so colonized that you're using the N-word a lot. Do you realize that there was an agreement made between our people way before the people without color got here? The black people agreed that they would sacrifice and do the slavery thing for us, or we would have been completely wiped out. We owe them such a debt. Don't be caught up in American racism. They don't want us to unite and be together because they're afraid of that we'll treat them the way they treated us. We're human beings. We could never be that thoughtless, and we don't have to worry about that because from the way things look, they're going to self-destruct. A lot of them are spinning out of control. We're not even going to have to do anything. We might have to put a few of them out of their misery, but for the most part, they're going to wipe themselves out because of their greed and selfishness. And that's another thing. If you have a lot of money and you're out here buying fancy cars and buying a lot of material things, and your people are suffering and you're not helping them, you're always going to be poor in spirit. It's not the way. Material things can be taken away in an instant. And if that's what your whole life is about, then what is your life worth then? Another way I see a lot of our people colonized is this homophobia thing. Two-spirit people is what we call them. In America, they're called gay people, or as some of the legendary children like to be called, enchanted. But to us, two-spirit people were held in high esteem because they had the spirit of both men and women. Our philosophy is, as long as you ain't hurting nobody, you just live your life. And that goes for you heterosexuals, too. I don't like to see our people confused and mixed up and not knowing which way to turn. But when you're confused, it's because your mind and your spirit knows that you're not doing the right thing. And you're never going to be happy like that. We've always been loving people, generous people. And that's the way the Creator meant us to be. I know a lot of our people are Christians. We've always been brought up to have respect for the Christians because that's how our particular tribe survived the colonial wars, because they had what they called the pray or die policy on us. That meant if you didn't become a Christian, you would get wiped out. Our tribe said, okay, we'll be Christians. We went to their church, but we still did traditional things in the woods where they couldn't see it. And over the years, some of us have come to question some of the Christian ways. And I just have a question for some of our Christian tribal members. If God knows everything and doesn't make any mistakes, there's a reason why God put the different colors of humans where he wanted them. And if he's going to send his son back to check on how things are going, what's going to happen when those people are not where they're supposed to be? Just something to think about. So my main message today is decolonize your mind and think about what you're doing. As long as you ain't doing nothing wrong, then you don't have to worry about what other people are doing. I'm sure you got some business of your own to mind. Have a happy day.